Rooftop butterfly. During the lockdown, I realized even our cities are teeming with wildlife that we have grown to take for granted. You don't have to be a regular at a tiger reserve or a bird sanctuary to experience the beauty of nature. Start observing your surroundings, which usually go unnoticed. While sitting in your backyard, a garden, or even a small pond or lake in your city, you can nurture your skills and your knowledge. In the year 2021, we were all confined in our habitats. Isn't your house your habitat as much as a forest belongs to the deer and tigers? Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, some people, including myself, turned to their balconies and windows as a getaway to observe biodiversity around us. Let me take you along on my rooftop butterflying adventure. Why not explore my own terrace? I reasoned. I spent time in my modest terrace garden full of potted plants, and I even started sowing more seeds. I started planting in the monsoon season, which is a prime time for plants to grow larger and larger, as well as a time when insect populations begin to increase. I began cultivating a garden to bring nature right to my doorstep. First and foremost, I planted 2 to 3 butterfly host plants in the hopes of spending time with butterflies and other insects. My small garden began to look heavenly. The wait was finally over. My heart brimmed with joy, and when I strolled into my garden and saw 2 small striking polka-dotted red parrot butterflies fluttering around, chasing each other up and down. The following day, I noticed one of the red parrots twisting her abdomen towards the underside of my thickly leaved flowerless patarchatta, which is a host plant for this species. The butterfly's ovipositor, the organ from which the eggs emerge, touched the leaf. An egg came out and stuck to the leaf. It was magical. While butterflies generally drink nectar from a variety of flowers, they lay their eggs on specific plants that the caterpillars feed on, known as larval host plants. The butterflies prefer to lay their tiny eggs on the undersides of the leaves to avoid being eaten by predators, but they do occasionally lay their eggs on the upper side as well. Since I didn't want to destroy any insect safe havens, I investigated every leaf with extreme caution. There were about 5 eggs, each of which resembled a pearl. I spent hours in my garden, sometimes turning an upside-down pot into a lunch table so as to not miss an important transformation. The egg of the red parrot is light green when laid and turns white in color within 2 seconds. I watched with interest to see what would happen next. After hatching from the pearly egg, munching on the leaves is the only business that caterpillars do. The red parrot larva mines the leaves and spends time growing as a caterpillar in between layers of the leaves, pooping inside continuously. This poop resembles a black train running in a zigzag pattern. Here, they execute a very smart defense mechanism. They spend their lives inside the layer of the leaf, hopping from one leaf to the next when they are finished eating one, just to protect themselves from predators. After about 10 days, a fully grown caterpillar comes out from the leaf layer and stays on the same leaf for about a day. I eagerly waited and watched it non-stop. It shed its skin one last time later that day, wrapped a thin thread around and pupated under the leaf. During its pupation period, I discovered that the pupa's color changes as the butterfly develops within it. And I could see the black-colored pupa just before the butterfly emerged. I was surprised to find that its colors were completely different from its previous avatar as a caterpillar. The cream-colored caterpillar had transformed into a vibrant, colorful butterfly, patterned with white, black, and orange. The red parrot butterfly is a year-round resident. You can watch its transformation unfold right in front of you in your very own garden. If you want to set up a butterfly garden in your apartment balcony or rooftop, all you need to do is plant larval host plants such as lime, curry leaf, giant milkweed, cycad. Plant native flowering plants like sadabahar, rangoon creeper, jatropha, or hibiscus on which butterflies can feed nectar. Butterflies do need both nectar-rich plants as food sources as well as host plants to survive. It's so delightful to see them flutter about. Take a moment to look around for these fluttering creatures. Admire their mating dance and the range of colors, and they'll bring you pure joy. Keeping our city spaces green and accessible is the only way to prevent and control the decline of these delicate, beautiful creatures.